Hey, what's going on, guys? Crush back here with another video. Hope everyone's having a great, fantastic day, of course. I know I kind of am. I'm not really going to get into it, but my voice is kind of fucked up today, so yeah, in case it sounds different, allergies, that's really all I gotta say. Allergies are a bitch. But anyway, just kind of getting into the story time today. It's not really necessarily just my story time. It's more of like me telling a story from a different angle, my angle. And in case anyone doesn't know what I'm referring to, which if you did, then I would be questioning how the fuck do you know, because I didn't say anything yet. But in case y'all are wondering, Lester B, shout out to the boy Lester B, he actually made a video not long ago about an old substitute teacher that we both actually had. I wasn't in his class when this took place, but I did have her the exact same day, right before he had her. And yeah, I'm kind of just giving my perspective on the whole story time and kind of telling my own little story that I had with her as well, because he had his own story. And yeah, so getting right into it, Lester B was pretty on point with everything he said. She was a fucking crazy, I mean, she wasn't crazy, she was in fact chill. She was so chill that it was very cold, like if you were to look at her. She looked like a walking corpse, to say the least. And I'm not even trying to be mean, because there's some people that just look white, like they basically look like Snow White, and you can't even tell if they're alive or not, you know, unless, well, assuming they're dead on the floor. But I'm talking about like if they're walking around, they look like a corpse, you know, they're white as shit, you know, that's what I'm trying to say. And this chick was super white, which I'm not gonna lie, I'm white too. I understand that, you know, not everyone can get tan and all that, but this bitch was like white as snow, for real, white as snow. And she was just standing still in my class for the longest time. I walk into my class, and the teacher that me and Lester B had, because we had the same teacher, just different classes, he was a serious douchebag. He was, I mean, not a serious douchebag. Lester B hated him way more than me for reasons that I'll let him get into, not me. But yeah, I wasn't really looking forward to this guy's class because he was kind of a hard ass on everyone. So when I walked in, I was really surprised because we usually didn't have substitutes. This man never missed class. He never ever missed class, which really sucked because, again, shitty teacher, shitty time, you know. But when I walked in, I immediately noticed her, and because obviously if you see a new face, you see a new face, and you'll kind of, you know, pay attention to them for at least a little bit. And after the class was in, I don't even remember if she really introduced herself. All I really remember her doing is having the lights off and playing a video that I guess Mr. Moron, I'll just call him, which actually isn't that far from his real name, assigned to her to do, you know, while he was gone. So really all that we're doing in the class is we're just watching the video. I think the movie was called Iron-Jawed Angels. I can't quite remember, but it was some movie about women's rights and all that, and it wasn't a bad movie, but yeah, that was pretty much what we were watching the whole time in the class. But this bitch was so fucking, I don't know what was wrong with her. She didn't say I can't remember her saying a single word, if I'm gonna be completely honest. I don't remember her saying a damn thing. All I remember happening is me walking into the classroom, which it was all the lights were already off to start out with, which is, it's really nothing that serious, you know. I sat down, and the movie was pretty much already playing from the jump. I don't even remember her moving, as a matter of fact. It was like the movie mysteriously started on its own. It's like this bitch used her witch powers to start it up. Because, I'm not gonna lie, she looked crazy. She looked like a fucking crackhead, seriously. She had some well, it wasn't wiry hair, but it was like straightish wiry hair. I'll put a picture up of like kind of what she looked like if her hair was straighter, but she looked like this crazy bitch, you know. And for the first 20 minutes, I would say it was normal. People were taking notice that she was obviously a substitute, but after 20 minutes, people were just looking at her. They're like, "Is this chick a statue? Is she ever gonna move?" Because she was just kind of like in a weird prairie dog position, standing up, just kind of watching the movie, and she just wasn't saying a word. She wasn't moving, and people were like, "Is this lady okay? What's wrong with her?" And some people walked up to her and was like, "Can I use the bathroom?" And like, she wasn't even moving. She would barely turn her head looking at the person, and then the person would just leave. They would just leave. And after 5 minutes of this, some people in our classroom with their 180 IQ, they were like, "You know what, if this person isn't acknowledging us, then we can do whatever the fuck we want." So pretty much after someone came up with that idea, we left the doors open and people were just coming in left and right. I would say half the class left, including me at one point, just straight up left the classroom. And then to replace the other half that left, just complete randos would come in. Just random people that were never in our class would walk in. And this chick was doing nothing. Before I left, I was still in the class watching a lot of the shit go down. Because I was just, it was just a weird day, this doesn't happen every day. And I had to take a shit. So, well, I had to take a piss, but I don't remember. I had to do one of them. And I walked up to the person and I was like, hey, can I use the bathroom? And she was a little bit shorter than me. And she just kind of looked up at me, turned her head, looked up at me, and was like slowly turning towards me. And like it was hurt, like it hurt to turn your whole body to look at me. And she didn't say a single word. She was staring at me, and I was like, holy shit. Like, this person looks high off their mind. This person looks like... Lester B made a good point. He said that she looked like she was on Xanax or some kind of hard drug. She was white. She was really white. Her pupils look super dilated. And I don't really know much about Xanax besides that it calms you down, calms you down. But holy shit, she looked high out of her mind and she looked crazy. And I was scared. I'm not even gonna lie. She freaked me out. Just imagine a quieter version of the bitch from the Chronicles of Narnia just turning slowly and giving you a look. Hey lady, can I use the bathroom? Just that's pretty much all she was giving me, and it was just super unsettling. And pretty much after that happened, I went to use the bathroom because I'm an honest boy. I'm not gonna lie about where I'm going. I just didn't tell her everything. So after I went to use the bathroom, I kind of just dipped and went to other classrooms. I think I went to my one friend's class at the time. Well, I didn't go in this class, but I was just kind of walking in the hallway, just talking with them, kind of just doing my thing. And I went back to the classroom like 5 minutes before the bell rang. And holy shit, when I was walking back, this was like, it was just like a line at a nightclub of people waiting to get let in. It was like water coolers were everywhere and people were just hanging out at the water coolers outside. It was so crowded in that fucking hallway. There were like 20 people, 20 fucking kids out there. And just talking and not even being quiet. They were loud. They were like running down the hall. They were being super, rambunctious and all that and going crazy, going crazy. So after the 5 minutes, the bell rang and then everyone proceeds to leave and do all that. And my next class was actually not that far away. It was down the hall. It was down the hall. So it was still in like the same wing, but it was just on the complete other side of the wing, Realistically, I shouldn't be able to hear anything that, like, even if the door's open in that classroom I was just in, and the door to my current classroom after the bell rang was wide open, I shouldn't be able to hear anyone talking from the other side of the wing just because it's so far away. I would say it's somewhere between 250 to 350 meters away. It was pretty long. It was pretty far. But when I was in English, because I was in English, we did have our doors open, and we could hear all of these motherfuckers from that same classroom just yelling, doing races, just like going crazy, yelling random gibberish in the hallway. It was crazy, and I knew immediately. I knew immediately which classroom this was part of, because look, yeah, sure, this could come from any random person in the hallway, but with the sheer number of voices I heard, it is not a coincidence. And the reason I know it's not a coincidence, besides the obvious, because I'm not stupid, is because Lester B's story time takes place right at this exact time frame, right when I'm in my last class, English class, and when he went to the history, which is where I just was at, and that's now where he was at. We had classes, like I said at the beginning, we had classes right before each other. I had classes during third period, then he would have, I had history in third period, then he would have history in fourth period. But yeah, anyway, same shit went down, and even the teacher in our class was like, what is going on out there? She ended up closing the doors because we actually had something to do in that class that day that we actually had to get done. I don't remember what it was. It was like the Salem witch trials or something like that. Yeah, people were still going crazy as shit in the hallway, and after that ended, I always would see Lester B after school, along with a bunch of my other friends that also had the same class and the same teacher that I would have. And we were just talking, we're like, yo, that person was high out of their mind. What was wrong with them? And we're just like, dude, they were just telling me, dude, I've never seen a sub that way. That was crazy. And I'm like, yeah, me too. That was weird, honestly. She must have been on something, or maybe overdosed on her prescription earlier in the day or something like that. I hope she's okay. And we're all just like, yeah, I hope she's okay. But holy shit, I'm not gonna lie, that was a fun class, though. That was a fun class. I hope that happens more often. As fucked up as that may sound saying, you know, it was a fun class. It was a fun class, you know. It was a fun class. But yeah, that's pretty much what happened that day. It wasn't like a whole lot that happened, but like for one class and for a substitute like that, I think that was crazy. I think that was fucking crazy, because it's not like you get a substitute that's high off their mind every day, you know. This only happened one time, and it was this time that I'm referencing. But yeah, anyway, 2 days later though, because I didn't have the same class every day, I had it every other day. I was walking back in that classroom, and our normal teacher, Mr. Moron, was back, and yeah, he already didn't look too happy, even to the people that were good in the class, who like did their work, who got straight A's and everything. He didn't even look too happy to see them, because when I say that this was a group effort that went down the other day, it was a group effort. Everyone participated in leaving the classroom at least once without letting the sub know. Everybody, even the quiet, socially awkward kid, would do it. Even that person would. Everybody would. Nobody was in that classroom the whole time. Everybody dipped out at least once, you know? Everybody. But the teacher was mad as fuck. He was mad as fuck. And he's just like, so listen, I know what happened. I know what all of you did. Or at least what some of you did. I can't say it was all because I don't have evidence. But I know that some of you left the classroom, did races in the hallway, were loud, were not doing what they were supposed to. I gave you guys a video to watch. Just a video. And what do? You leave and run in the hallway. Now, I'm going to find out who did it. I'm going to find out which one of you were up to mischief. And when I do, you're not going to like it. So what I would suggest you do is turn yourself in. Turn yourself in. Take responsibility. And then we can work something out. Which I don't know why the fuck. Which obviously nobody went forward. Who the hell is going to be like, yep, that was me, my bad. You know, I shouldn't have done it. Which, I mean, not sure, it could be looked at as the responsible thing. But I call bullshit to that. I think you're stupid if you ever do that. Because why would you walk forward when he has no proof? If he had the proof, why would he just give you an option right now? Why not just, give the person detention right off the bat? Because the reason he was saying that, because apparently he got over a dozen noise complaints from random teachers. Even the chill teachers that I liked made noise complaints because just how loud everyone was in the hallway. Which, like I said before, it was like waiting outside of a club. The fucking line was huge. There were 20 plus people in the hallway doing races, being loud, throwing shit, going crazy. It's not that surprising if you really think about it. But yeah, no one went forward. No one's that stupid. Everyone just kind of, laid low a little bit and just were themselves, doing that shit. And then I don't know where I heard it from. I think the teacher actually said it, which I don't know. I don't think you should be saying this, but the way I see it, people are going to find it anyway. But the teacher ended up saying that the substitute got fired, which, I mean, it's not really that surprising if you really think about it in the grand scheme of things. It was pretty obvious that there was something wrong with her off the bat, considering that she was pretty much as still as the fucking thinker, the statue, the thinker, and would barely, it basically took her forever to move, and there was something seriously wrong with that woman. I wish her the best of luck. I hope that she's doing great. I hope that she's helping all high school students live up to the dream of escaping the classroom, being a total menace in the hallway, and just being the best that they can be, I hope she's still out there doing that, but real talk, I hope that, I hope she's doing alright for herself, because I know that she got fired, and yeah, it's not something you see every day. Not something you see every day. But, yeah, that was pretty much my angle on everything that happened. Everything was pretty much fine for the rest of the year. Nothing like that ever happened again. And yeah, I hope you all enjoyed this story time. It wasn't quite mine. I gotta give another big shout out to Lester B for bringing this up on his channel, because I completely forgot about this story time. I'm not even gonna lie. So yeah, make sure you check out his video. I'll put in the link in the description, and make sure y'all like this video too, and like my angle as well. And let me know which angle you like better, because I know both of our angles are good, but you know, let me just hear it, because if y'all think I should be more simple with my story times like Lester B, let me know, you know. And yeah, that's really all I got. I hope everyone has a great day, and I'll see y'all later. Peace.